Okay, greetings everybody. Greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are connecting to us from, depending on what part of the world that you are in now. It's a pleasure having you here. Yes, indeed. And of course, you already know what time it is. It is time to talk about the market. This is the live market analysis session where we're going to be focusing on what is happening now. We're going to be looking for opportunities together in the market. We're going to look for pips to make. Now, before we proceed, as you can see, this is just the top of the hour as we are commencing. First of all, we want to appreciate Trading Live, the Trading Live platform, for giving us this opportunity to connect from different parts of the world where we are discussing the market. And when we say the market, that's the financial market, whether you're trading the Forex, you're trading the crypto market, you're trading the stocks, commodities, or whatever kind of market you are trading. Trust me, it is still trading at the end of the day. You know how to trade, then you can take on any instrument of choice, right? Great. So let us know where you are connecting to us from. I remain Tolu. My name is Tolu, Tolu, and I am representing the CSA Forex Academy, which stands for Common Sense Approach to Forex Trading, right? And remember, we just said that you can trade any instrument with this knowledge, right? So that's the name of my academy, and we're thanking Trading Live once again for this platform. Guys, let us know where you are connecting to us from. I can see some of us are already dropping instruments for us to jump into. Now, the topic for this week is the majors gold, majors and gold instruments. But we can as well look at the likes of the CAD chef, as Grace Herty just mentioned. But first of all, we're going to focus on what? We're going to focus on the major currency pairs, which happens to be the USD as the number one major currency against the other major currencies like the euros, the pounds, Australian dollars, New Zealand dollars, Japanese yen, Switzerland francs, and the Canadian dollars. We're going to be looking at those as we proceed. And towards the end, I would also check on the other instruments that have been mentioned from others here, like Grace Herty. Alfred Davis said, what do you think Euro USD is going to do? Definitely, we're going to look at Euro USD as it's more or less the number one currency pair that is traded worldwide. Also, I can see some of us are already telling us where they're from. I am connecting to you here in British Columbia, in Canada, and the time now is just 2 minutes after 6 a.m. 2 minutes after 6 a.m. UK time is about 2 minutes after 2 p.m. So awesome. I can see Charles Hamilton from England is 2:02 p.m. thereabout. I see Guy Lutenia, sorry about that. Awesome. So I can see some of us are already telling us where they're connecting to us from, which is beautiful. And that's just a good thing of Trading Live, what they have done for us, bringing us from different parts of the world. Now, quickly, I'm going to show you something unique and I'm going to explain. If you were with us yesterday, then you would understand the story as we had this live session yesterday talking about the majors and gold. This is the dollar index over here, DXY on this platform. And if you look very well, there's something unique about all the majors that we have here. You can see the big candle across board. We're going to explain the big candle. We're going to explain how to avoid unnecessary losses, and of course, what to expect. And this is the Bitcoin as well. You can see the Bitcoin seems to be pushing even higher. Now, we always say something. We always say that the first thing, as a matter of fact, guys, write this down. Because if you are new to the business of trading, or if you have been struggling for a while, you need to write this thing down first of all. The first thing you need to always do before you start trading is to check on the calendar. I repeat, check on the news that is coming out. Check on the calendar so that you are aware of fresh volatility in the market. So I'm going to switch over to the calendar and we use the popular Forex Factory. There are different sources where you get all of this news from. You have the free sources and then you have the paid sources as well. But what we have in front of us now is the calendar from Forex Factory. So we're going to dive into this and discuss this a bit. And of course, you can see over here, this is for the week, this week. This is the calendar for the week. You can look at the calendar for the day as well, depending on how you want to look at the calendar. And as we always say, we have turned off every news, and then we're focusing on only the high impact news, only the high impact news that you can see over here. Now, speaking of turning them off, we came to our filter here, and then we turn on only red. Red, which stands for high impact, and then we have the medium, we have the low, and then we have the non-economic, like bank holidays and so on. So we turn off everything except the high. Why? Because it is the high that is going to cause that serious volatility in the market. And if you look, Monday, we didn't have any high impact news. Tuesday, we didn't have any high impact news. And today, being Wednesday, May 10th, at 1:30 p.m. UK time, 1:30 p.m. UK time, you can see we had for the USD, three data for USD, and the three of them were all high impact, and they all have to do with the CPI, which stands for the Consumer Price Index. This is a very key data to the US, right? And it tends to come with its own volatility. And this volatility could easily lead to spread increment, because you need to be aware of what normally happens when we have high impact news. We talked about this yesterday, we'll talk about today, we'll talk about it tomorrow, we'll talk about it all the time. Why? Because this is simply how people are losing a lot of money. These are people are crashing their accounts on a regular. And we, when I say we, Trading Live and CSA Forex My Academy, we want to prevent that. Instead of losing money, or instead of giving your money to another person, because this business is an exchange of money. Somebody is losing somewhere and somebody is winning somewhere. So we want you to be on the winning side, right? But then a lot of people are losing money, they're crashing their account because they are not paying attention to the first thing we mentioned here, which is checking the news, checking the calendar. If you had checked this at about 30 plus minutes ago, you'd have known that there was high impact news coming out around the corner. And if you're concerned with CPI, you've been trading for a while, and you know the Consumer Price Index, you know it is one that you need to trade or tread with caution, meaning that you either sit on your hands if you don't have any clue, you don't have any directional bias. It's either you sit on your hands or you use proper stop loss, or you calculate your risk fundament appropriately. That is using the proper volume, using the proper lot size based on your account balance. Long story short, this news dropped, and when it dropped, if you look at the first one here, we work on the colors of the actual, because it is the actual news release that will tell us whether it is a buy or a sell, or it is neutral, meaning that you don't buy or you don't sell. This one was black. Black means neutral. When you have black actual, it means neutral, meaning that you are not to buy and you're not to sell. When you have red, red simply means sell. And then when you have green, green means buy. You can see at that same time of 1:30 p.m. for the US dollar, we had one that told us do not do anything, another one that told us sell, another one that said buy. Most times when I have this kind of situation over here, and mind you, this is just a very quick and simple way to look at the news, right? I'm not too big, I'm not too fancy on trading when it comes to using too many technicalities. It's always good to keep it simple. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. I'm sure you guys know that abbreviation. Simplicity is the key to success. Now, with this, I would not be doing anything. I would be on the sidelines, because we already know that there's going to be volatility. We are not even sure of the direction. And then when it comes to the direction, you also need to consult your technical analysis. This here in front of us has to do with the fundamentals based on news, based on scheduled news. So we can easily interpret scheduled news. At times, when you do not have a scheduled news in the market, right, or on the calendar, and then the market tends to react violently, you might be wondering what is happening. That could easily be a breaking news. Because when it comes to the fundamentals, you could either have it based on the scheduled or based on the breaking news. So there's always something that is moving the market. You just need to find out what exactly it is. The good thing about this news here is that we can be pre-informed, we can be warned beforehand that there's volatility that is about to drop. So let's cross over to the charts now. Let's cross over to the chart, and then let's look at what we have based on the dollar behavior. right? You know, we're talking about the dollar, the USD, and this here is the Bitcoin. But let's first of all cross over to the dollar itself, the dollar index, and let's see what we can make out of this. Now, if you were with us yesterday, guys, apologies. I'm pretty sure I have comments jumping in the section. I'm going to get to them in a bit, but let's talk about this a bit, and then we'll come back to your comments. I'll read them out for the instruments that you want us to discuss. I'll go over them. We always say your trading is strictly based on price action, meaning that price action that can lead to supply demand or support resistance. And if you are not new to our section, our little corner here, right, and you've been following us for a few weeks now, you would know that supply demand and support resistance are similar but yet different, right? And we've explained that in the past. Kindly also note that our sessions are live trading sessions, and not training sessions. So we cannot give you training here, right? If you wait to the end of this session, right, I'll give you information on how you can learn, probably how to calculate your risk management based on your volume, lot size, how you can learn more about the fundamentals, about technicals based on price action, support, resistance, supply, demand, and even using a tool, Fibonacci, that you can use as a confluence, and even different things out there. I will give you information on that, and you can connect to that and see how you could learn further. This is for those that are new here and also that have been struggling. So quickly, let me just give you a brief discussion on this dollar index. I will look at a few instruments and I'll come over to your charts in a bit. So if you look at what we have right in front of us, right from yesterday, for those that were here yesterday, especially, we talked about this area here. We talked about this area here, where we said this area here was what? Was supply. Supply, that is an area that you're looking for to sell it. And then you can always watch the recording. We try to make our sessions about 30, 45 minutes in length. At times they get to an hour, right? But we'll try to keep it as short as possible because we always like it when you can go back and watch the recording, right? Go back and watch the recording. And of course, you would understand much better because there's always a pattern, right? There's a pattern for the week, for the day, for the month, even for the year. You can even talk about what's happening for the year based on the dollar. That will give you an idea what to expect going into maybe Q3, because now we're in the second quarter of the year, right? So now look at what we have over here. We talked about this area, and then yesterday we were talking about this area for a while where we had this little fake out, and we said, do not rush because it's an area of selling. This might just be to take out the weak hands, take out people's stop losses that might have been kept over here. That's why you must always wait for the candle to close before you decide to do anything. And then lo and behold, this area acted as resistance, supply, and then it went down a bit and came back here today. And this one today here was just before the news, Remember, we always say fundamentals and technicals, when you combine the two of them together, they become more and more powerful. I repeat, the fundamentals and the technicals. When you combine the two of them together, they become more and more powerful. And then this is something that you can use to your advantage. I repeat, this is something that you can use to your advantage at the end of the day, right? So anything that we're discussing, make sure you are taking down jottings. I do hope that you are taking down jottings because this is also another way to learn. And you are going to be learning how traders view the market. When I say traders, I'm going to also take you to the Trading Live platform, right? And then you see other traders there, other instructors there, facilitators that have some really nice topics that you can also connect to. But then let's continue here. And of course, the good thing about the Trading Live platform again is that everything is free. Everything is free, so you can learn for free. So let me clean this up a bit, and then let's continue this discussion. Now, this was the area that we're looking out for buying area here. But look at what happened based on this candle. Can you see this massive candle? Now, let me tell you guys something. If you check this chart tomorrow, or you check it next week, and then you did not know that there was news that came out, just judging by the size of this candle, you definitely know that there was something that happened based on news. But then you'd have been asking yourself, was it scheduled news or was it breaking news? And then by the time you start to dig in further, okay, this day was on Wednesday on the 10th of May, and then you say, oh, this is the dollar. Let me go and check the calendar. You can go back in time and check calendar for last week, last month, even last year to find out what happened. You now realize, oh, there was CPI. Because if you look at this one here, look at this massive candle here. Of course, you know that this was based on news. This was based on news. This was based on news. You also know that when you see big candles, you know most likely there was news that occurred around that period, right? So this helps look at the market as well from the technical point of view, strictly using price action. I, as a trader, have been trading for more than 10 years now. And of course, what I've been focusing on is price action, keeping it simple. And that's what we're doing over here. Now, while this was happening, I did something. I was expecting the market to react to this area and then give us maybe some buying signal. I was also aware that this was a massive candle and you do not fight with vertical moves. Right? We say vertical moves, a straight move down in this manner or a straight up move in this manner. You need to be careful with it. Right? You can see we're still talking about the dollar because the dollar is what would give us the information, the insight into the other instruments, which happens to be the major currency pairs, gold, and even the Bitcoin. So we need to focus on this before we look at the others. So guys, bear with me. I'm also going to cross over to the comment section. We'll look at your charts that you have mentioned in a bit, and then also your questions will definitely be answered. So this is what I did over here. This is the hourly time frame. I like the hourly time frame a lot because it's not too fast, it's not too slow. It says that every candle here is lasting for 1 hour. So that means that if I were alone, I was not having this session, I do not need to pop into my chart. I don't need to check my chart until the top of the hour. And that will be at about 3 p.m. UK time. So if you are like me in British Columbia in Pacific time, that will be till 7 a.m. So based on the hourly candle, I don't need to check it until 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. That means I do not need to stare at the market. We have a lot of traders today that are staring at the market, and that is not the way to trade. I repeat, that is not the way to trade. You must always ensure that you are looking at the market from the passive side and not the active side. This is a business. This is a business of investment. You must treat it as one. So while I was looking now for buying opportunity here, I did something. I dropped down in time frame to get more clues on what's happening here. You can see this was a massive 30 minutes candle, right, that just went and sliced through this area. And then I decided to drop down the other time frames as well, 15 minutes. You can see the same thing. You can see that there was no sign of any buyer's presence there, at least until now, until after the area had been broken. And then I dropped to 5 minutes, still nothing in that area. Even if you drop down to 1 minute, still nothing in that area. You can see the way it dropped down. You can even see gaps. These gaps are based on what? Based on the volatility that occurred at that point in time. So things like this also happen. We talk about gaps, we talk about spread increments, we talk about slippage, we talk about a whole lot of other things, whipsaws and so on that can easily occur during high impact news that easily makes traders to lose money at the end of the day. Now look at what has happened now. Because of this break of this demand now, this demand should now act as the opposite. So do not be surprised if this area should act as a form of supply, as a form of resistance, and then it drops further down. As it drops further down, I have my next demand, and that means what? That means that there is no trade opportunity now. Unfortunately, there's no trade opportunity now on this dollar. And because there's nothing on this dollar, that means that Euro USD, Pound USD, and the rest of them most likely will not give us any opportunity. And in this business, you need to exercise a lot of patience. I can tell you one thing for a fact, and that is that trading is more of waiting. I repeat, when it comes to trading, it is more of waiting than trading, than the actual trading. And then because a lot of traders lack patience, and they lack discipline, that's what normally causes a lot of losses as well. And also another major thing you need to also understand, we've talked about it before, and that has to do with the trading plan. You must always have a trading plan. That's why I said, if you wait till the end of our session, I'll give you information on how you can learn how to trade. You have all the solid information on the trading plan, the trading journal, how to calculate your risk, and even other key things with respect to psychology, trading psychology, things that some facilitators do not talk about. Psychology is very big. As a matter of fact, this business that we're all into now, trading business, right? Whether you're trading currencies, you're trading cryptos, commodities, or whatever you are trading, right? It is strictly about 10% the strategy. 10% strategy, but people focus too much on strategy. I don't know why. 10% strategy, and then 90% what? 90% psychology. Psychology has to do with the emotions, how to control your emotions, your mindset, having the right attitude to the business, and so on. There's a lot to talk about. And as I said, this is a trading session and not necessarily a training session, right? So let me clean this up, and then let's go over to Euro USD, and you see what we have on Euro USD as well. You can see Euro USD is reacting to this area that we mapped out already, and that's what we have over here from the dollar. You can see the dollar here, it broke out. You need to be careful with this one because it might still drop further down. That means that this Euro USD can still also appreciate some more. So we need to always pay attention to the dollar before you decide to trade the Euro USD. Now, one thing I used to do in the past is that when I see this, I'm just going to trade it based on the Euro USD. But I will consult my dollar. If my dollar doesn't give me an opportunity, because I'm expecting, listen to this, I'm expecting this dollar to drop down some more over here and then probably give us some buying opportunity over here, right? And if that is the case, then I would like to see this Euro USD over here. I'd like to see it push higher, probably to the next area of supply around here, right? I'd like to see push. That means that this area, I will not take it. Under normal circumstances in the past, I'll be looking forward to taking this trade. But now, because I'm using the dollar as a yardstick, I'm using it as a form of correlation, I won't be doing anything here. So you need to be careful. You need to be very cautious, and that's why we say we are looking at what? We are looking at the major currency pairs, gold and Bitcoin, using the dollar. The dollar is a major indicator for the directional bias for where the market is going to go. It's a major indicator for the major currency pairs, gold, and even the Bitcoin. And this is areas that somebody asked us about. You can see it's in the area of supply. You can see it's even reacting to it, but I will not be in a hurry. I'll wait for more clues for the dollar. And if you want to go for this, no problem. Look for your price action trigger, right? Price action trigger in the likes of maybe it's an engulfing, or maybe it's I must be bearish engulfing, or must be bearish hammer or bearish pin bar. I'm sure some of us know these candles that I'm mentioning, price action candles. If you do not, you're probably new. I'll give you information on how to learn all of this towards the end of our session. Guys, in a second or two, I'm going to cross over to the chat, to your comment section. Yeah, that's the chat. And then read up some comments and then we'll address them. Because in our live sessions, we prefer to focus on the comments. Why? Because it is live, because you are here and you want to learn, you have questions to ask and so on. We're going to do that in a bit so I can quickly address some of your comments and so on. If you look again, I just did something for the cable for the GBP USD where the market has appreciated. We're expecting some selling here, but it breached through that area. It has gotten to the next area of supply over here. And we had a demand here, but it never got there. It's always good when you wait for the price to listen to this, guys. First of all, when you check the calendar, you check the news, like Forex Factory as an example. You have other places where you get the calendar from. But when you check the news to know if there's volatility for that day or not, the next thing you need to do is what? Is to map out your charts. Map out your charts that will give you your area of interest. Your area of interest is where you want to enter the market. It's also where you exit the market after you have entered. So when you want to enter, you then wait for price to get there. You wait for the reaction, and then you wait for your trigger. There must be a step-by-step procedure that you're going to be using to look at the market, right? So pay attention. One thing I also want to mention is that when you look at the dollar, when the dollar is going down like this, expect the Euro USD to be appreciating. You can see the reaction we're getting over here. I see the reaction we're getting, but do not be in a hurry. And when you see things like this, do not say you have missed out on the trade and then you jump in. FOMO, the fear of missing out, is real. And people have lost a lot of money because of this. You need to have that extra patience. Have you seen a sniper before in a movie? That sniper is extra what? Patient and wait for one shot, one kill. So let me quickly cross over to the comment section. I was about to say Euro USD and USD CHF, they tend to move in opposite directions. So you can see this one has breezed through, blown through this area of demand, and then now got into this area of demand below, and so on. So we're going to look at this as well. But I want to cross over to your comment section and start reading, because I know I have a lot of comments and it's all about your questions. And apologies in advance as I might skip through some because of the timing and all. Okay. For the person that said, let me see. Let me just start from the beginning. I'll just breeze through all of them. Person that said, please check CardChef. We're not here to talk about CardChef, but I'll see what I can do towards the end. Or let's quickly pop that chart up. Let's use that as a learning for us. So let's look for CardChef quickly. CardChef. Don't forget, this is strictly what? This is strictly the majors and gold. But I'm going to quickly do this for you guys and to show you how to look at the charts. Don't forget, this is live. You get to learn live. So this is the CardChef. You can see there's nothing drawn on this chart. And this is the hourly time frame that I like. But looking at this, I don't trade this by the way, so I'm looking at it for the first time with you. Looking at this now, I can easily say, okay, great. This is an area of demand. This is an area of demand here. And then I'm going to copy this to the top and then show you that this is an area of supply. You can see what we try to also do is to track price. We look for the demand areas here where the price has been going up, the most recent one, and then we look for the supply areas where the price has been going down, the most recent ones over here. And if you also look very well, this is also looking like a range. The market has been ranging in this area here. This is what I have been able to see. So I would really, really like the market to either break to the downside, give us this as a point of pullback retracement for entry and then take it down, or it does the opposite, pushes higher, comes back to retrace to this point of new demand, of new support, and then take higher as well. So this is my quick analysis on the CardChef. Let me breeze through your comments again. Apologies as I might skip through some of them. Okay, let's see. Just a quick one. Somebody said backtest USD CHF is most smoothly, they're almost smoothly depending on the price action at that point in time. Okay, Lennon Leacock said, all right, check news first or calendar. Exactly. Bonell Bartley said, noted on that. Exactly, on the news. Always check the news, guys. Somebody said, I only want to listen to the fundamentals. Fundamentals, yes, and you cross over to the chart. The market is unstable. Charles Hamilton, yes, the market is unstable now, and that means that it's best for you to sit on your hands. Do not rush into the market so that you don't lose out. Quickly now, CPI was crazy. Yes, it was. But truth be told, this CPI was not as crazy as like the one we had in August last year. For those that have been trading for a while, I don't know that you remember, there were crazy slippages everywhere on different broker feeds. A lot of people lost a lot of money. People were crying here and there. I don't know that you guys remember that one on August. So CPI is not a news to play around with. Okay, somebody said, I'm so vexed, but it's all good. He says CPI literally spoils my analysis on USD JPY. It happens as long as you don't have any loss, it's all good. You leave to trade another day. Just breezing through. I stayed away from news and I rely on price action. Good. Chester Salisbury, awesome. Price action is very good and best to stay on it. Awesome. I'm just going to breeze through quickly. How do we differentiate from demand and supply? I won't be able to explain that now. Unfortunately, as I said, wait till the end. I will explain to you how you can learn some more, because here is not for training, but here is strictly for trading. Because if I was about to talk about one thing, it should take us maybe like 30 minutes to 1 hour, but this is live trading session. So Spring More that said, how do you differentiate between supply, demand, and support resistance? I'll give you more information. I'll give you how you can chat me up, and then we can see what we can do for you as well. Justin Lancelot said, how much do you charge for your advanced course? I would like to join. Awesome. I'll give you information on that. I have a course that you can subscribe to, and I have mentorship that you can also subscribe to as well. I'll give you information on that. I'll type it out. I can also check out, this is what I'll do for you. I'll type out my Instagram for you. You can reach me up on Instagram. You can have a chit chat with me. And then I'll also type out my website that you can check up on as well and other things. So I have just sent my Instagram handle, so you can hit me up. And guys, apologies. The comments are, I think I have about over 50, 60 comments over here that I need to breeze through quickly. I'm trying my possible best, and that's why I try not to keep it too lengthy. And that's why I'm apologizing as well, that at the end of the day, you might have to chat me up privately and see what we can do for you. So for the person that asked for the advanced course, Justin Lancelot, you can reach out to me and I'll give you more information. That's my Instagram handle. Let me see. Let me just breeze through. Dick Sanders said, thanks for answering this. Can't remember what I answered, but let's continue. I would like to know the dollar index deeper. Well, you can chat me up. I'll explain the dollar index. Dollar index is just, we use it for correlation for the majors. That means that you focus on the dollar first of all, because the dollar, you can say the dollar is number one, is like the number one currency out there in the world. Notwithstanding what the likes of the BRICS, that is BRICS, what the BRICS have been trying to do and what they're still trying to do the more. The BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. If you notice, between Russia and China, they have now switched over to the Chinese yuan. They're trying to topple the USD, but let's see how that goes. And of course, there is a lot of politics here and there, apart from the war, apart from other things, trade wars, geopolitical tensions here and there, China, Taiwan, South Korea, North Korea, and so on. These are based on news fundamentals. We can talk about them at a much later time. As I said, there is a lot to talk about, but we can't talk about all of them in one sitting, right? Ida Nelson says something now that I need to quickly address, even though I'm breezing through your comment. Ida Nelson said, I still don't know why this is very hard for me to get. And then you now wrote, I like to trade news, but it always bites me. Please do not trade news directly. I repeat, everybody, do not wait for the news to come out and then you say you want to click on buy or click on sell based on the news. You want to try to straddle the news. It is very, very dangerous. Some of you might not understand what I'm talking about. Straddling is when you like set a penny order above and below the current price. You're trying to catch it. Trust me, a lot of things can happen. For those that might have tried it before, you might have gotten your two positions triggered. And if you get your two positions triggered, it means that one is in buy, one is in sell. You're not using stop loss, or maybe you even use stop loss and put on and get knocked out. It can easily get messy. Let me put it that way. So Ida Nelson and every other person, do not trade in news directly. You need to be careful, right? Very, very careful. Okay, beautiful. Halan Bacha said, I'm taking down notes. Continue. Awesome. Jim Bertram said that looks like a range structure. I don't know whether you're talking about this card, Chef. If it is, then yes, indeed, this is a range structure. Okay, DXY, you said DXY. Someone said DXY is still ranging on that zone. Well, you can say the DXY is still ranging. Yes, exactly. You can see the DXY is ranging. Beautiful. That's good eyes. Ranging for this week. Yes, very good eyes. It's always good for you to be able to identify when the market is ranging, when it is trending, so you know whether to follow through on it or to leave it alone. Michelia Daisy, hope I pronounced your name well. I said you are jotting really well. You are learning. Beautiful. You said very straightforward analysis. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, guys. Guys, always introduce people to join us here on the Trading Live platform. And of course, you get to learn a lot for free. Joyce MacArthur. Sorry, I won't be able to do this calculation now. As I said, I can't answer all your questions, but chat me up on Instagram and see what we can do for you. Guys, I have a mentorship session. I have a one-on-one session that you can connect to. I will explain everything to you. Joyce MacArthur said, how do you calculate pips on gold? Example, price is 2046. You're using 30 pips stop loss, 2016 is your stop loss. I can't do the calculation now. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I can't do the calculation now. It's not a training session, it's strictly trading, where we look at the market for possible opportunities. And let me just do a quick summary. There isn't any opportunity based on the majors, gold, and then the Bitcoin. If we switch over quickly, let me just switch over quickly. Let me just clean this up and then show you like the likes of gold. You can see gold is still stuck within these two areas that we mark here as supply and here as demand. Even if you look at the Bitcoin, you can see that's broken out of this area now. So there's a lot of heavy movement based on the CPI, but then there isn't any. Remember we said that this area could easily act as a, what's the name? This area could easily act as what? An area for the market to now fall down to. So if this happens over here where it is based on this failed area of what? based on this field area of demand. If this happened, do not be surprised. It's the analysis that we're doing over here based on the dollar. Because if you look at the Euro USD, you might be saying to yourself, oh, this Euro USD, it is for me to sell over here. But because of the dollar, this Euro USD could easily do what? Could easily turn around, take out this area and push to this area because of the dollar. So you need to be careful. Let me just go back to the comment section here. Apologies, guys, if we take a bit of our time. I want to try to read up as many comments as possible, but I cannot, I will not be able to read up all of them. So as I said, you can reach out to me on Instagram, chat me up, and then we can have a conversation. For those that are interested in an advanced session, let me know. I'll give you more information towards the end. I have a course and I have a mentorship session that you can connect to, and I'll help you to learn the more. Cash Chalo said, do you only trade the major pairs? I focus on the majors exclusively. Apart from the majors, I also tend to look at the minors, the likes of Euro JPY, Pound JPY, Euro CAD, Pound CAD. There's a way I like to arrange my instruments. If you look at the bottom over here, after you can see the dollar. This is the dollar index because I use it as number one to make sure I know what's happening here. After I look at the majors, the dollar index, I now look at EU, GU, AU, NU. This CAD-CHF was my USD CHF. I changed it to CAD-CHF for the person that asked the question. Then UJ, UCAD, gold, Bitcoin, and then I look at like the daily time frames to have a higher time frame perspective of what is happening or what should happen on the long term and all. So I arrange my instruments in a particular way, and I call this one like the majors, gold, and Bitcoin. Then I have another section for minors. So majorly I focus on the majors, and that's to answer the person Cash Charlotte that asked that I can only see major pairs as your watch list. Yes, exactly. Okay, how about tomorrow's news? Tomorrow's news, let's meet up at the same time. Valentine Field is asking how about tomorrow's news. Let's meet up here the same time, 2 p.m. UK time. Make sure you convert that to your time zone. That for me, for Pacific, that'll be my own 6 a.m. I think if you're in Eastern time, that should be about 9 a.m. for you. So make sure you always convert it to your own time zone and meet us same time tomorrow by 2 p.m. UK time. And then we'll continue on the news, fundamentals, technicals, and so on. Let's see, just breezing through. Breezing through, guys. Sorry, I won't be able to read up all your comments. Tracy Boswell said trading USD pair right now is very scary. Yes, and that's why there's a time to trade and a time not to trade, and you wait patiently. Hunter Saroyan said, I'd rather stay calm and wait for this pair to retrace. Maybe I trying to say to retrace before getting into trades. Yes, retracement is always good. Retracement for me is a way to follow the trend, and that's why the course we have Fibonacci retracement there because it's a good one for trend traders. We have trend traders and we have counter trend traders. You must determine the type of trader that you are. Hunter Sarian said, patience is very important. Yes, indeed. Are you a day trader or swing trader? I'm more of a swing trader, but I don't hold trades over the weekend. I like the fact that you guys are also asking me questions about myself and the type of trading that I do. I would like it when we have like a session that is just Q&A. Maybe I'll try and set something up very soon, like a Q&A session, ask me general questions, maybe how long I've been trading for, what my story was like at the beginning, how I was able to get to where I am now. And I hope I'm not rushing this information because of the time. I had to speak a bit fast and, just breeze through the comments and all. Where do you guys get your news from? I like getting mine strictly from Forex Factory. It's easy, straight to interpret. You want to know how to interpret, I'll give you information on that towards the end. As I always have to remind everybody, because some of us are just joining now and we're talking for about 40 minutes thereabout. I like to remind us that this is a live trading, TRADING, and not training session. Okay. Let me see. Let me just breeze through your comments quickly, guys. Exercise patience is also very important, Regina. Toby, yes, indeed. Tyrone Wyatt said exactly, and also adjust strategies accordingly. Just a quick one. Trading plan and journal is also very important. Yes, indeed. We mentioned some other things not too long ago. We said trading plan, very important. You must have a plan before you start trading. A plan will help you to know your instrument that you're trading. Like somebody said, do I only trade majors? Yes, I exclusively trade the majors. I have to wait much longer than others because the majors, especially based on dollar, might not give me any opportunity. I've gone a week plus without having any trade, and it is part of the business. It's not every day that you have opportunities in the market. No, do not try to force anything out of the market. Very, very key, very important. Webster Owen said, I do not play with psychology. Yes, indeed, psychology is very big, is the biggest part, because trust me, you can give a strategy to two traders to work for one and not work for the other. So why is it working for one and not working for the other? It's simply the psychology, it's the emotions around the other trader. Maybe the trader is closing trades too early, the trader has that aspect of fear or greed and so on. A lot of things to talk about, and we cover that in our mentorship and also in the course. I'll give you information on that shortly. Let me just breeze through. And then Webster Owen said again, I just want to manage my emotions. I have the best attitude towards the market. That's the way to go about it. Dollar is a major indicator and it's very important. Roderick Titus. Guys, I want to first of all appreciate you guys for your comments. I love the fact that we are more or less on the same page. As I'm scrolling through your comments and reading them, it shows that yes, indeed, we're in agreement and we already know some of these things, because some of us know these things, but we do not apply them. There's one thing to have information, there's another thing to apply them. And that's why wisdom is known as the application of that information. A lot of us has information, but we are not applying it. And that's why I always say in a mentorship session, you have that that leeway, you have that accountability, and mentorship is guidance, and to help you to actually apply these things. Okay, so as a trend follower, I do not joke with structure. Yes, indeed. What if I decided not to trade the news? If you decide not to trade the news, then it's a good thing. Make sure you are combining fundamentals and technicals, or make sure there is no fundamental that can affect the technicals, because technicals is what you see on the chart. You can see this Euro USD is still dropping, and that means that the dollar is still appreciating, but then there was no trigger over here on the Euro USD, and then that dollar index. I would love us to join tomorrow. Let's see how this unfolds tomorrow, because I would not be surprised if the price should get to that arrow that we have marked, which is the next area of supply on this Euro USD. I will not be surprised, but let's see how that goes. Don't forget that the previous candle was a massive one from the CPI. This one might be a trap, who knows, but let's see how that plays out. Okay, Ahmad Harris said, I learned that very hard when I am learning. It's not always good to learn the hard way. Have a mentor that will help you out. Sniper entry always, one shot, one Q. Evangeline, Zephania. Guys, I love your names, by the way. That's why I would like to know where we are connecting to this trading live platform from. I love our names. Evangeline, Zephania. Where are you from? I don't want to guess. Well, I don't really want to. I like that name. Just let us know. Let's see. Just breathing. Let me just scroll down. August Duncan said, thank you so much for explaining some other terms. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Paddy Joffrey said, your quick analysis makes a big help. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the comments as well. It's always important to remain patient. At Adonis Barrett. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. The analysis was very precise. Thanks for checking. Okay, I think maybe, are you talking about the card chef? If it is, then no problem, because I know card chef and some other instruments. We have not even looked at everything, but because of the timing, I won't even be able to finish what I have for you guys, and that's the truth, right? So this one that you have in front of you is still the Euro USD, and I focus on the Euro USD more than the majors, right? Because it moves more or less in tangent with the dollar index, and then beside the Euro USD is arguably the #1 currency pair in the world. Okay, Mark Noy said last year CPI was very crazy. Check August. I remember very well. It was August, very, very crazy across board. People lost a lot. Brokers, brokers lose money as well. That is another discussion for another day. Guys, a little bit about myself. I have traded, sorry, not traded with brokers, sorry. I have worked as a financial market analyst. I happen to be the head, when I was still in the industry, I happen to be the head of training department for HFM, Hot Forex Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian now living in Canada. So while I was in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria, I was opportune to have worked for Forex Time, FXCM, some of you might know them, FXCM and also Hot Forex. They are now HFM, they have rebranded. The HFM still stands for Hot Forex Market, right? So I've been in the industry for a little while as a trader, as a trainer, as a consultant, analyst, and so on. Let's just breeze through. Okay, I've dropped my Instagram. I'll drop my Instagram handle again, and then I'll drop like a link. I have a course that you guys can subscribe to. That course it goes for just $200, and you guys will get to learn a lot from the course. And then I have my mentorship that you can also connect to as well. For the mentorship, it will give you more information based on accountability. The mentorship, by the way, is for a lengthy period of time, while the course, you just have access to the course and then it's over to you, right, to learn, practice, but you can still reach out to me. And then I have bonuses for everybody that would also connect. So that's the Instagram handle again. And this here is the link to the course that you can subscribe to. Guys, if you subscribe to this course, I'll give you a bonus. I'll give you a trading plan bonus that will help you to know your trading plan, your instrument, the risk you should be taking, the type of trader that you should be, the time frame, other things included in the trading plan for guidance. The trading plan is for guidance before you start trading. And then also some other things, I'll give you a free, as a bonus, trading journal for keeping records of your trades. I'll also give you a risk management calculator if you subscribe to that course, which is just $197. Follow me on Instagram as well at CSA Forex. Chat me up if you have any questions. I would assist you because I'm breezing through a lot of questions. Armstrong Pico said, I would like to join your course as well. Beautiful, thank you. Thank you. I'd like to join your course. I'll subscribe on that. Montag said I'll subscribe on that. Guys, if you subscribe now to that course, I just dropped the link. Check it out. Also check comments of what people have said in the past. Let me see whether I can pop up the link for you guys to look at as well. I'll drop it here, then I'll also show you here quickly. Because of time, I don't want this to take too long, and I want to complete the remaining comments that I have below. So here is it here. This is the course that you can see in front of us. And if you scroll down quickly, you can see what you're going to learn. From here, you can see, for those that are new, you learn about the software, how to use the software on the laptop, how to use software for mobile devices, your smartphone, your tablet, fundamental analysis here, technical analysis. You can see everything is well broken down here on the course for just $197. Risk management, how to minimize your losses and how to maximize your reward. Trading strategy, strictly based on price action, support, and resistance covered here. Fibonacci is a massive, beautiful tool for retracement. For retracement, meaning that you're trading with the trend. Trade management. A lot of people don't know how to manage your trades. That's trade management for you. Trading psychology is also here. How to prevent unnecessary losses, and of course, different ways to make money. There are different ways to make money. Like I am a facilitator. I also make money from training as well. So there are different ways to make money if you're into education and so on. You learn everything in this course in front of you. And trust me, people have done this and they've given comments before. You can go over this because I don't want to take much of your time. People are saying very clear instructions. This is the best forex trading class I've ever had. Other comments, I just put a few, and then of course it is just $197. So if you subscribe to this, I'll give you those bonuses. Chat me up on Instagram at CSA Forex, and I'll give you bonus and so on. So that's that for that. Let me just quickly breeze through your remaining comments. Balo Okesi said, checking it now. Okay, beautiful. Check it now. Subscribe to it and chat me up. Make sure you chat me up once you subscribe so that I'll give you the bonuses as well. Henry Dodd said, I'm following your training and I have learned a lot from it. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Spread the word as well of the Trading Live platform. Trading Live is a wonderful platform. I've been working with them for a while and they're bringing all this information to us for free. You want to learn some more, then you can chat me up on Instagram and we'll talk more. I have mentorship that I run. I have one-on-one that I run as well. Donald Jonah said, you basically split it all down nicely. Thank you for that. Please take us on fundamental analysis. Remember I said this is trading and not training. Both Leighton says straddling, or what did you call it? Straddling. It's with a D. Straddling. You can Google it. Straddling. Let me just write it down. You can see there's a lot to talk about. Straddling. That is with D, not G. Straddling is something that's very dangerous. Traders try to be smarter than the market, but trust me, if you've done that before, you understand what I'm talking about. Barry Nedham said, very well said. Thank you. I've always liked your sessions. Thank you, Bruce Baum. Hope I'm pronouncing your names properly. Apologies in advance if I murder anybody's name. I'm so sorry. Okay. Chris Gisa said, I'm definitely going to bring more people on this chat. Beautiful. Thank you. This is too good to follow alone. Thank you, Chris Gisa. Guys, bring more people here. Bring more people to the Trading Live platform. Let's populate the platform. Let's populate this our session. You can also connect to other people. We have other facilitators as well. Check what they have under the hood. I know I've checked one or two. I check from time to time just to also learn, because there is also room for learning. I do not know it all. As I always say, I'm not the best trader out there. And of course, I'm not the worst trader. I'm not the best facilitator, and I'm not the worst facilitator, but I try to keep it as simple as possible so that people from all over the world, and I believe my accent is also good for you. Let me know if my accent is good, because I'm from Nigeria now, living in Canada. And guys, if you happen to be in British Columbia, my province, hit me up as well on Instagram. If you happen to be in my city, we can meet up for a coffee and talk about the business more. Okay, Leopold, guys, we'll be rounding up in the next few minutes, so sorry, you might need to chat me up on Instagram for more. That is really true, boss. Not sure what I remember saying. That's coming from Leopold Dobin. Gary said, how long is this live going to take? I try as much as possible not to make it longer than 1 hour. I make sure I keep it between 30 to 1 hour, max 1 hour, minimum 30 minutes thereabout. Okay, Cash Charlo said, thank you for answering my question. Sorry, I can't even remember the question, but since you said thank you, that means I answered you, because I'm busy through a lot of people. Hilary Bernard said, I like the advanced session. Chat me up on Instagram. Let's see what we can do. Sign up to this course that you can see in front of you as well. It is part of the learning, and to help you out the more, you can scroll and read up comments. You can look what's under the hood, ask me questions if you want, and so on. I will see what we can do for you. Castrella said this is a very good one. Okay, can't remember. I'll be here tomorrow for this session as well. Thank you, Tracy. Come along with your friends. Share the link of the Trading Live. I'm also live on my YouTube. You can find me on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. It's also at CSA Forex. CSA Forex is my YouTube handle. Find me there as well. How long have I been trading? I've been trading for more than 10 years, but I was doing rubbish. I was doing rubbish at the beginning because I didn't have anybody to show me the ropes. But then I did not give up. And that's why in life, you do not give up. No matter how, and let me tell you guys something, we are all going to have losses. We are all going to fall. It's not about the losses, not about falling. It's about what you do after. You pick yourself up and then you continue. Sydney McCarthy said, you're speaking very well. Do not worry. Oh, thank you. That means my accent is good for everybody from different parts of the world. Beautiful. How do I join your live trade? Chat me up on Instagram and we'll talk more. Do you have a Telegram channel? I have a Telegram channel, but for my mentorship, that's paid. We can talk about all of these things if you guys chat me up. I have one-on-one that would help you. I would cater to everybody's needs, but I can't do that now here. But if you chat me up, then we'll see what we can do for you individually or collectively. We have a session for everybody and then do that for us. And the mentorship session, we'll throw ourselves in a Telegram group, to be a private Telegram group, and we're doing trading and training. I'll break down all the information for everybody. We'll be having chats. Everybody must comment, because for you to learn, you need to chat, you need to ask questions and all, and we'll take our time. You can see this one is just roughly for 1 hour, but you join the mentorship, it will be for the day. The market is 24 hours, but I say I don't trade 24 hours. I have to sleep as well. But the Telegram group will be open. You can ask questions. I'm up, I answer. I'm on a different time zone, but do not be surprised if I answer your own night time and so on. Or somebody else could even answer. When did you become a professional trader? Years ago. I can give you my story, but not now because of time, and help you to understand better. I have been following you. Thank you, Norman Herbert. Guys, you can even look up my name. I always tell people, always do your research on whoever you are following. My name is Olatunji Tolulope. You can read up on my name. Check me up on maybe on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Just check past comments and all, so that you know some of the things I've mentioned where I've worked. Check my LinkedIn, get more information, so that you know I'm not fake, I'm not quack or whatever. Do you trade news, Woodrow Atley? No, I don't trade news. Don't trade news directly, guys. We already said that earlier. Max Eugene said, I know HFM. Yes, HFM. I happen to be the head of the training department in Nigeria, Lagos at that time, but now I'm in Canada and I'm running my own academy. Okay, you trade with them until you stopped. Okay, awesome. Why did you stop working at the broker? I stopped working at the broker because I'm not in the country. I'm not in Nigeria. I'm in Canada. So I'm running my own academy. As I'm running my own academy, I'm calling the shots. I am my own boss. I can schedule sessions at any time. When as an employee, right? Who knows? I might still become an employee or a broker tomorrow because it was fun. I get to meet people. I get to learn as well. I've learned on my own. I've learned from the industry. I know a lot about the brokers from the inside. I can't go into that as well. Are you not trading with Handtech again? Oh, I trade now. This is it. I trade with different brokers, right? I trade with ICM. I trade with Handtech. I follow different brokers for different reasons. Now look at it this way. If you are suspecting a broker that something happened, or maybe your Euro USD feed, and maybe you had a loss, right? Instead of complaining or arguing, check other brokers' feeds. Can you see the advantage? If now the person that said that is Stanford Galacha, are you not trading with Handtech? Again, now let me ask you this question, and this is for everybody. How many bank accounts do you have? Let me answer for you. You have more than one. Why do you have more than one? You have more than one for different reasons. Maybe you are trying to compare. Of course, you're trying to compare, or maybe this one is offering maybe something that the other one is not offering. Maybe this one is offering cryptos, so not offering cryptos, but you like this one and so on. So you can trade with different brokers at the end of the day. It's always good to have multiple accounts. Do not put all your eggs, do not put all your money, do not trade with just one broker. If you want to talk about brokers, hit me up as well. We can talk about them and so on. I keep following your classes and I learn new things daily. Thank you, Ralab Emi. I would like to learn how to use Fibonacci. That's Aries Prit. Subscribe to that, cost $197, which is in front of you. And then do what? Chat me up on Instagram. I'll give you bonus and I'll give you audience as well. Are you still here? Yes, I am. Of course, you can hear me, obviously. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Awesome. See you tomorrow, guys. I'm rounding up now, guys. And I think I'm almost at the bottom. Let me see. Your word of encouragement has helped me a lot today. Thank you, Jeff Bao. Let me see, guys. Guys, I'll need to round up now. It's about 4 minutes. Are you on LinkedIn? Yes, I am. Vic Green, can check me up on LinkedIn. Price action is very good from Chanine Monroe, guys. Let me just scroll to. Aha, beautiful, awesome. I read the bottom now. I read the bottom now of the chat. Guys, once again, chat me up on Instagram. This is my handle on Instagram. Let me just write it out again for you. This is my handle on Instagram. So you can chat me on Instagram. Let's have a discussion. And this is the cost, the link for the course. So you can subscribe to it for $197. And when you subscribe to it, chat me up on Instagram. I'll give you a bonus of the trading plan already done for you, trading plan, done for you, trading journal. I'll explain how to use them as well. And risk calculator as well. If you're interested in a mentorship for like a minimum of 1 month, 1 month mentorship, where I would more or less hold you by the hand, explain where you might be having issues, because students have issues when it comes to risk management calculator, even analyzing the market, your emotions, just name it. There is a way to work on your emotions. I can easily tell you different ways to work on your emotions. First of all, have a trading plan. A trading plan will help you to gradually work on yourself emotionally, right? Charles Boy said, well done for this session. Brilliant. Thank you, Charles Boy. Guys, we're rounding up now. I need to keep to my promise of trying not to keep it keep it over an hour. But trust me, I've spoken for 4 hours, 6 hours at length. I do long sessions. We have break in between, have a little snack, come back. I have my H2O beside me. Sorry guys, I didn't switch on my video today. I don't switch on my video anymore because it might be distracting for some, right? But guys, chat me up. You want to see my picture, you have seen my picture, check my LinkedIn and so on. Get more information about me. I was thinking you get to analyze more pairs. Unfortunately, because of time, I won't be able to do that. We need you for 1 hour. 1 hour is good. Try to keep it between 30 minutes to 1 hour. That's Toby Dunbar. Yes, if you scroll to the bottom of the comments, you can see I've got to the comment bottom now. I'm going to be rounding up now. Melin Barry said, mentorship is very good and really interesting. I would like to join later. Chat me up on Instagram. That is the handle. I'll drop it again. My Instagram handle. I'll drop it again. Chat me up, guys. Chat me up. You get more information. Guys, you procrastinate, and then you'll still be doing the same thing, you're still doing the same thing, you're still having the same losses. Before you know it, it's weeks to months to years. Some of us have been trading for years. Maybe I'll ask this question at the very beginning. How long you have been struggling for? Because we have people here that have been struggling for weeks or months or even years. Trust me, I've met people that have been struggling for years, right? And they've been struggling for years. you continue to do the same thing, it will still be the same results you are getting more or less. So I want to say thank you, guys. I'll be here same time tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time. Convert that to your time zone. Thank you, Trading Live, again for the platform. As we always say, for the Trading Live, you can also go over the platform for Trading Live. Here it is, and get to learn more from other facilitators. Here I am over here. Upcoming tomorrow again, you can see the time, and you have other facilitators as well. Just check up on them, right? I'm not selfish. I'm not saying, oh, focus on me alone. No, the other facilitators there as well that could help you out one thing or the other. And if you find them better than me, then stick to them. At the end of the day, it's just for you to make money. Simple, right? So thank you guys. It has indeed been a good one. Procrastination is not good at all. That is from Duke Browning. Exactly. Procrastination is a killer. Repeating the same thing is not good as well. See you guys tomorrow. I'm running up now. This is about 1 minute, some seconds. I wish I could go on and on and on. Chat me up on Instagram. Subscribe to the course. Subscribe to the course now, right? Today, within 24 hours thereabout, or before the weekend or whatever. And I would even give you an added bonus. Apart from the trading plan, the trading bonus, and the risk management calculator as a bonus, I'll give you an added bonus. I will not mention it now. I'll just give that to you when you subscribe and chat me up. And that's just for $197. It's rather cheap if you ask me. People are giving you that for thousands and thousands of dollars. I also have the mentorship as well that you can join, and then we'll talk some more. Thank you guys. Goodbye for now. Closing the platform. See you same time tomorrow. Trade safely, protect your account, use stop loss, calculate your risk management appropriately by using the proper volume or the proper lot size based on your trading account balance. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow, and God bless. Cheers.